I'm sitting here in a patch of weeds, some of my favorite edible and medicinal plants. We've got wild grape and mugwort, which I've been gathering this morning, Artemisia vulgaris. And some comfrey. I've been gathering that and infusing the leaves into oil. And then starting to come into view now, we have stinging nettle, Urtica dioica. And it's late in the season, so the plant has flowered and it is now in seed. And I'm gathering the seeds. I like to gather them at this stage when they're still green. The plant flowers from the bottom up, and consequently the seeds mature from the bottom up. So if you follow the stem to the very top, the least mature seeds will be found up here, and sometimes occasionally the plant will still be in flower. And the oldest or the most mature seeds will be below. The way to tell the seeds apart from the flowers, I find that the flowers on those little spikelets tend to stick up from the leaf axils, and the seeds hang down, which you can see here. So this is the stage that I like to gather nettle seed at. And I use the seeds after I dry them and separate them from the stems, and I'll sprinkle them onto my food. I don't like to cook the seeds, I like to eat them uncooked. I'll mix them with salt and use them as a seasoning. And the seeds, according to David Winston and other herbalists, support the kidneys and the adrenal glands. And they're quite nourishing. They're considered a tropho-restorative. So they restore and support function in organs and systems in the body. So stinging nettle seed is considered a kidney tropho-restorative. And this is an excellent pattern to recognize the toothed opposite leaves with the cluster of small seeds hanging down from the leaf axils, because stinging nettle can get quite tall, 10 feet easily, and as the season progresses and other plants begin to die back, you will see patches of stinging nettle looking just like this. And if you can recognize this pattern, you can pick out patches of stinging nettle in the environment, even if you're in a car driving along, and you'll see this and you'll go, oh, stinging nettle grows there, and then you can make a note of it. And if it's in an appropriate place to harvest from, you can go back next spring when the leaves are young and tender and perfect for eating and gathering for tea, but smaller and not as obvious in the environment. You'll make a note of that location, you'll go back and you'll know where to find your nettle and pick it. And so right now I'm gathering stinging nettle seeds, Urtica dioica.